Take it away, Aaron.
Your karaoke microphone.
It looks so funny.
Sing Jesse's Girl.
Oh, yeah.
What is your go-to karaoke?
Jesse's Girl.
Oh, it is Jesse's Girl. Just that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
I
do
don't
you
need to do more than one performance. I am,
One and done.
yeah.
One and done queen.
Like, I can't give too much of myself.
You're right.
yeah,
right.
then it's like,
I don't want to embarrass everybody else who
I know.
has to,
Follow.
come after me.
Do you do karaoke?
I don't really have a song. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I just do Ice Ice Baby, but hopefully nobody beats me to it, because usually if there's a karaoke night, there's another white
Ice
guy who's
Ice
getting up, who's doing
That
it
looks
before
just
you.
like you.
Do you know all the words?
Yes. It's
You don't need to look at the screen?
Oh, I can look away from the screen completely. Sometimes I'll check it to keep me on track, but Ice Ice Baby is my go-to.
Karaoke is so hard. Like, I can't stay on beat.
At all?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. I always think I'll be good, and then I'm like, like I like catch up. I'm like, what
I
the
do
fuck?
like the TikToks where they have a girl or like a guy and they put the karaoke behind them and
Yeah.
they're facing and it's like try and guess the song and they're
Yes.
like always wrong.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, I guess when you're doing karaoke, it's not as easy to pick up on what song it is.
It's really hard.
Or
It's
you
so
like
funny.
realize that it's actually a perfect remix with the song
Right,
that you think
right.
it is, because
Totally.
the opening is the same BPM as the one that you
Yeah.
think it is.
And it's sometimes will be in a different key, but the same chord progression and a lot of these pop songs. Anyway,
I feel like I would be bad at it.
It's
like
hard.
guessing the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
it's
haven't
not
done
the
it.
studio recording, so it's not like the same.
Yeah.
Like it's not
and
Taylor
so many
Swift's.
songs sound the same.
Yeah.
Yes,
like you'd
especially
be-
karaoke versions.
Yeah, it's so funny hearing
Like,
them too.
yeah, watching people. So I'm like, I get why they would
Yeah.
think that.
Sometimes I won't look and I'll listen to it too. I'll put it up to
And
my
try.
ear and see if I can get it.
I
in
went
those
to this
videos.
like club in New York the last time I was there, and they have like a bunch of different themed rooms in this like one place, and one of them is just like an open concept karaoke room where they have like 5 of these mics just like strung in, and there's a DJ who's picking songs. But I loved it because the thing I don't like about karaoke is that like someone's always on the spot.
Yeah.
And if you don't really enjoy it, then it's not as fun. But this was just like a room full of people
anyone can sing.
screaming and like
Oh, that's
handing off
fun.
the mics to one another.
Wait, that's
Oh.
fun.
Yeah.
cool.
That's fun.
Karaoke is like 90% vibe. Like you can't just go by yourself if you're not having a great night and like
Yeah.
book a room by
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
and do karaoke.
Right.
A little sad.
Yeah.
There is a place in Atlanta, I think, that's really cool where they have a live band
Oh,
and you
yes.
do karaoke.
Yes.
So
Oh.
you pick the
Tuning.
song. Yeah,
That's
he goes
horrifying.
there all
yes,
the time.
I'm so jealous.
I went
And
there
Sarah
one.
Hopkins, too.
Yeah, they
They
go
always
there a
host
lot.
there.
What's the name of it? But
Let's
that-
go. I want to do that.
I'd be so
I'll-
scared. That's like just
a
performing
live
at that
band.
point.
Yeah. Oh, I'd have to be. I would have had to have had like 10 lemon drops.
Yeah.
And sing like Taking Back Sunday.
But
like,
the energy's probably awesome to
Yeah.
like be locked in with a live band and like, all right, hit the solo, and then the guitar
Yeah,
player does the
yeah.
solo. You're
How do
like,
you do you have an in-ear? Like, how do you get there?
They still got the lyrics and everything.
Yeah, but like,
no?
how
to
do you
hear the band. And
they're
be
right
on
there
beat.
behind you.
Yeah, but-
I guess it's just more intimate. You can.
I like Tramp Stamp Grannies too. Do you know about that place?
No, but I like the name.
Tramp Stamp Grannies.
The name of this podcast
You can do karaoke at Tramp Stamp
I mean, it's
Grannies?
kind of what it is.
It's
Every
a-
time
it's
we
a
go,
kind of a strip club.
Tramp Stamp Grannies.
Oh,
Mike
strip-
would
You're thinking of
never-
Jumbo's Clown
I'm
Room.
thinking of Jumbo's Cloud Room.
Tramp Stamp Grannies is a piano bar.
Also, not a strip club.
what?
It's more of
Jumbo
a
Room?
strip burlesque strip tease kind of place.
They don't get naked.
Right, but they get pretty close.
Yeah. Well, they wear like bikinis.
I went for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
To Jumbo's Clown Room?
Jumbo's.
Who'd you
For
go with?
what?
My wife and a friend of ours. We
I
just
love
had always wanted to
Jumbo's.
go there. Yeah.
Tramp Stamp Grannies is a piano bar. So there's a person, and they'll have like different theme nights. So it'll be Disney night or musical theater night. And then
Oh.
there's a little like Venmo thing, and you just pay like $5 and to request a song, and then they'll play.
That was like, yeah, what the Howl at the
How
Moon.
the moon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. We've been there a few times, but
That's
I mean,
in LA.
yeah.
Oh, it's
I guess it's not
mostly musical theater, I would say.
Isn't there a place just like that in New York?
probably.
Like the musical theater bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
What the
piano
heck is
bar.
it called?
Now that you mention it, though, I don't think it's supposed to be karaoke. Like the person playing piano, they have the mic, but every time we go, it'll be with like Tristan and like some of our crazy friends, and they will take the mic from the performer, and then it becomes karaoke.
Iconic.
And like the bartenders and servers too, they'll like get on, be part of the show too.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
fun.
that's
Can they
fun.
sing well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
It's like
Yes.
people who are musical
Yes.
theater people who also work as bartenders to.
That's like that restaurant in New York.
I'm fascinated by
wanna
just
go there.
people who can play the piano so well, and
And
they're looking up
sing.
a song that they're probably reading for the first time, and they can just read the music
I
and
know.
read
Yeah.
into the keys and know the tempo.
That is like any instrument.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to
All
me.
of it.
Or
It's ki-
singing in general. I'm like, how? I wish I could
Singing
just do
notes
that.
is crazy. Like when you see choir people and they read notes and they sing it with their voice, I think that's a
Yeah, you're
superpower.
moving wind through muscles
Yeah.
and just hitting the notes.
Yeah.
And it's
With a
just
piano,
tune.
it's like, okay, the white key here, the black key here. Like you can do that over time. It's like reading a book.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's interesting though how the karaoke scene in like America versus like, like Korea, Japan, where karaoke is huge, how it's a more of a private thing. You go out and you sing
Yeah.
with your friends, you get a room, which they do have in a lot of places, like karaoke
Here.
room places. But we in
Specific,
America,
yeah.
it's like, no, if you're going to do it, embarrass yourself
front
in
of the whole
front of
bar.
everybody you do not know. It's like the freaking X Factor. We're
It's
just
so
like,
crazy though. I feel like in LA, it's the first place that I ever saw that. I was
Me
like, what are
too.
these rooms? Like,
Me
this
too.
is so weird. Where are the places where you go to embarrass yourself?
Yeah. Like the
I
dive
like
bars.
that
The
better.
Gaslight, that's a place, right?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I
Well,
think
we
it's-
used to do it at
All
that.
Star Lanes,
Yeah.
which I
Remember-
can't even speak about
I
because
know.
it's so devastating. It shut down. And
No, what?
Yeah.
All Star Lane's the one we used to go to with Christine
Yeah.
Seidelko?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you must not care about it that much because it happened years ago. So don't be fake.
I don't go to that side of town that
No,
much.
I
She
know.
subscribes to their newsletter. That's why she knows.
No, like we literally, TJ and I were like, should we buy it? And like,
Oh, buy the venue to keep
post
it alive.
pandemic, I was
Yeah.
like, we should just have a big party here because it's like this huge. Okay, so it's a bowling alley, Chinese restaurant, and like dive bar all in one place.
In total dive. Like it looks like it's 1983.
Yes.
Yes.
at
And
this
there's like
point.
a stage that you would just do karaoke on, but like people wouldn't even be paying attention because
Right,
everyone's
right,
just
right.
like
It's just so many things
towny
going on.
dive, yeah, which was like my ideal bar situation. Like I
Yeah.
love a dive bar. I don't even think I ever bowled there.
Even though I love to bowl.
Yeah.
Bowling, every time I do it, I'm like, why am I not doing this more often?
I love
know.
bowling.
Yeah.
We used to do it so much in high school. That would be like a, can your mom drive us?
Yeah, yeah.
Type of thing. And then remember when like cosmic bowling became
Oh,
a thing
the
was when was the
best.
big one.
I had my own bowling shoes in high school. That's how
Of
often I
course
went.
you
Me too,
did.
because I stole them
Oh
from
yeah,
the bowling alley.
I think I stole bowling shoes from that one place because I would get drunk and just walk
why
out.
I
You
gotta
didn't leave your regular
Literally.
shoes with them behind the counter?
Yeah, it's happened.
Oh, I calculated that like every time if I'm going bowling once a week and I'm paying whatever $8, if I just buy a $50 pair of bowling shoes within like 3 months, I'll be saving money.
Oh yeah, I
Mike,
was
I
just
love
5-finger discounted those. I definitely walked out a couple times drunk, not realizing, to be fair.
Rocking the bowling shoes still.
But yeah,
It's
RIP
crazy that
All-Star.
people will stick their fingers in the bowling balls and then stick their fingers in the food. That is an insane thing to do.
I know.
People who
I
order
know.
food at bowling alleys and just raw dog from the
I've never thought about that.
it's disgusting.
How
You could just spray some
unhygienic
sanitizer
Oh,
in there.
bowling is.
Yeah.
Oh
and then
my
they stick it in and it's
It'd
a
be nice
nightmare.
knowing that when they got like pushed down, they were like being scrubbed. Just think that's what happened.
Probably.
There's a
They
little
go through a
car
bath.
wash.
A
Yeah.
bath.
It's you're
Before they
sticking your
get back
hand
to
in a
you.
toilet bowl and then into the chicken wings.
I love just the animations, like
Oh,
of-
yes,
at
yes.
bowling alleys when you do get a spare.
It's
or
crazy
a
that they
strike.
used to have, like, I think this is just before our time, but you would go bowling and you would have to mark your own, like, things. There wasn't a screen. It wasn't automated. You had to write down what your numbers were.
Yeah.
And,
I
like,
feel like there's still some places like that, and then I just don't wind up keeping score.
how can you got to, like, see and count? And, like, it's not always easy to do that.
Yeah.
Have you ever played handball, which is like similar to bowling, but it's with a smaller
And
ball,
different pins.
and the
Aren't they, like-
the lane's a little shorter.
Oh, I had that in my basement.
What?
Yeah, my dad had like a bowling game, but it was handball, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like all of the pins were kind of on strings,
Yeah.
and they
they were like
fall
on
and-
these things that they would go flat down and come back up.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like very arcadey.
badass.
Yeah. Really badass.
Can you tell us about Korea? I know you just got back.
I know. I want to hear all about it, especially because you're probably so jet lagged, and we're like,
yeah.
For
we're like,
the,
I'm so
for the
tired.
listeners, Matt landed last night at 8 p.m. PST, and it
Yes.
is now 9:30 p.m.
I-
PST.
AM.
I'll give it to you.
9:30 a.m. Sorry,
I could never do that.
which
And
is
there's like a
insane.
16-hour time difference.
So I would love to hear your experience.
I want to know too.
Where do I begin?
Okay, I guess first order of business. Did going to Korea make you not have Coachella FOMO? like intended.
Completely.
Okay.
Zero FOMO
Nice.
about going to Coachella because that was the whole thing about Coachella. Oh, should we go? We've done it like 8 or 9 times. The pictures and the memories are all the same. It can't be anything new. And when you crunch up all the numbers of how expensive Coachella is, that's a
You would
trip
pay?
abroad. For Coachella?
Yeah.
I guess if I had if I had a brand deal, but sometimes brand deals, they give you the money and then you have to spend it on the ticket or whatever. But yeah, housing. I've never had like free housing
Oh, I thought
at
you did
Coachella.
for some reason.
We did the one year, 2019.
Oh, yeah, 1 year for 2019 with like the Vlog Squad house or whatever. So yeah, no FOMO, and especially when you're like abroad and everything else is on a different time zone at home. It feels like I don't know, like time just doesn't exist. It feels like it's in a whole different reality.
Even
that
though
it's
Vampire
happening.
Weekend also a surprise played.
Was crushed about that. They announced that like the day before Coachella started.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a surprise.
Yeah, Vampire Weekend was. I think
didn't
it's
know
because
it
they
was
were
a
having
surprise
trouble
either.
selling tickets. And Vampire Weekend got announced, which is Matt's favorite band. And he was
And
Yeah.
they brought out Paris Hilton and Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham
Abraham
Lincoln.
They
Lincoln.
brought out like the most realistic Abraham looking.
Stop.
What did he do?
Person
Give
or like a hologram?
Like an impersonator.
to do what?
To just.
Do they sing about him?
I think they did it for the song Gold Rush, and I don't know. I haven't watched it because I'm like so angry that I wasn't there just to see that show.
okay.
You know, when like
Yeah.
can't even watch the live performance of the thing that you love that you weren't
That you
at.
You'll
missed.
need like a week.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But aside from Vampire Weekend, seeing everyone there, you were like, ugh, I'm totally fine with
Yeah,
this.
no. But I mean, my legs still felt as sore from walking around.
Yeah, it did a lot of-
South Korea.
Did you
as I
make the
did.
most of your
Less
time
dust.
Yeah,
there? Like
absolutely.
you really got the like time zone shift, woke up, got after it.
Yeah, I think so. Right when you like land in a different country, for me at least, my adrenaline kicks so much in to where I don't feel like I need to go to the hotel and go to bed or whatever. You want to go get out and experience it as much as you can.
What time did you land?
Oh, we landed at noon, I think,
Oh,
or like
nice.
10:50.
Okay,
around
so then
that
you
time.
like started your day and then went to bed normal time,
Yep.
Korea time, and then we're just in it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did
Wow.
you can sleep on planes though, right?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got like the exit row, or
So
basically like the
jealous.
front row where there's nobody who's sitting in front of you.
Oh,
so
nice.
The bulkhead, is that what it's called?
is
The
that
big
what it's
front
called?
seat.
Yeah.
Big front seat.
Did you fly Spirit big front seat?
So I don't even know where to begin about talking about Korea. Same thing I felt about Tokyo, one of the most civilized, cleanest places I
Yeah,
think I've ever been to. And it almost makes you a little frustrated with just like, how does America not have this elevated of a sense of social etiquette?
Yeah.
Like the most quiet place too I've ever been
yeah.
to. Trains, subways, all of it. Not a
As
peep.
a ambulance.
Yeah,
going
yeah,
by
yeah,
right now.
literally.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard an ambulance siren.
There's
I don't
no people
think I
playing YouTube videos off their speaker, like watching it in the subway.
TikToks. Just
Everybody,
so loud.
though, yeah. But the people, though, on their phones are dialed the fuck in on their
Oh.
phone. So when they're on the subway,
I think
like,
I think South Korea is like the most smartphone usage per person. I think that's a statistic that they use it more than anyone else.
they're clocked in completely.
yeah.
And also just waiting for the subs. How there's a whole system of you have to like line up like. Exactly. You have to be in the queue waiting for the spot. It's not like a free for all getting
Yeah.
onto
It's
it.
like going to Universal or Disneyland or something.
Yeah, kind of in a way, but it's just unspoken. You just stand behind the person that was just there before, and you make sure that there's a space in the middle for the people who are walking out to exit.
Wow.
And then you
So
enter at the
nice.
same
We
time.
could never do that here.
And on the subs, they have a section for elderly, pregnant, and
Wow.
like disabled people. There's also a special pink seat on every cart that is for pregnant women.
Wow.
Patricia, though, we sat like we thought we saw spaces right when we got on, but we didn't understand that the sign was for elderly people.
Did you go in the wrong line?
And an old man was just like, "You can't sit here. This is only for elderly people." And we're like, "My bad." It was
What if
just
you sit there and then get up when they come?
Oh, no. I think it's pretty frowned upon that you're just sitting in it. But like the pregnant ones, though, I'd look at them and I'm like, I wonder if that woman is actually pregnant. Like, I don't think I ever saw someone fully pregnant, but like you
Stolen
would
valor.
see a young girl sitting in the spot and you're like, okay, I'm not going to raise any
What if
questions
someone
about
just sat down
that.
and put on like the Amazon like pregnant belly? Just like sat down and like attached it.
I
Just,
need
like,
this today. I'm
That'd be a
too
pretty good
hungover.
hack.
Put my belly on.
And what else? I mean, I have a whole list of all like my observations of things that I like
yeah, let's
noticed
hear it.
about it.
I noticed also your phone isn't locking and it's stressing me out.
Isn't locking?
It's like it's like on the table, but like it's just your notification. Like it's not.
Oh, I don't think I
turning on.
have my like it to go to
like like it wasn't locked.
Oh,
it was just
because I got this chunky little phone
I know.
case.
I'm just letting you know. It
And I
might
guess
make your phone
Does
die.
that fit in your pocket? You need a purse for that.
It actually does fit in my pocket.
But that is the biggest obnoxious phone case I've ever seen.
Patricia and I like picked out each other's phone cases.
It's
when
very
we were
cute.
there, and
It's
I got
very
her like a
cute.
big block of cheese, and it has
That's
like
what I
a
like
mouse
that.
and a cat on it.
Oh, cute.
Oh, everyone is impeccably dressed.
Okay.
Ooh.
Dressed to the nines.
No sweatpants.
No, not really. I didn't
I
notice.
feel like it's a big fashion place. Like a lot of fashion stuff happens over there.
Completely. And everything was so reasonably priced too. Like the dollar feels really strong. I mean, it's not like Thailand where you're going to get a massive 3-course meal for like $5.
Yeah.
Right.
But it is cheaper.
But you can get Botox for $5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess $5 a unit, because like I would say that the Botox there was like a third of the price, so that's what like Patricia told me.
Did you like get some?
I did not get Botox, but we got hydration facial treatments.
I was gonna say you look 5 years younger.
You think so?
Totally.
I want to go back, but no, we did not get Botox, but we did get a really great spa treatment.
This episode is sponsored by Way. Way is one of my favorite brands for hair care, skin care. They have lotion. Everything smells so good. And after you use some things, like I had this candle, I now use it as a little jar for my makeup brushes and stuff. If you're watching the video, you can see it's very cute. It's just like a tan cement color looking ordeal. But yeah, that was a good smelling candle. It's about to become summer, and some of us have a hard time with frizz. I have a lot of flyaways, a little bit of frizz, but mostly flyaways, and Way just came out with their anti-frizz cream. It's a lightweight cream that provides immediate frizz control that lasts for up to 72 hours. My hair routine is pretty simple. I just shampoo, condition. Sometimes I'll do like a shiny mask in the shower, but the anti-frizz cream is great. I haven't used it that much just because my hair isn't like super frizzy, but I'm going to use it a lot more when I go to Nebraska where it's going to be humid, and I think it's going to help a lot. It also smells so good. It's just like when you have things that smell like perfume, you want to use them more. Like a hair mask, a frizz cream, a candle, lotion, soap, like anything, just give it to me. It smells so good. The frizz cream also helps reduce and repair split ends while quenching dry hair with intense hydration, which I actually need because I've been dyeing my hair for so long. Frizz-free up your schedule with Way. Go to THEOUAI.com and enter promo code GOOD for 15% off any product. That's THEOUAI.com, promo code GOOD.
Also, what I
that's
thought was
amazing.
interesting is that their bar scene is very catering to groups. It's not like a solo culture.
Oh.
You know, if you can go to a bar as like just a single person,
Yeah.
as a solo person, and you go up to the bar and you get a drink. A lot of the places weren't like that. You can't even sit at the bar. They have a bar, but it's just for kind of like
That's cool.
show and American vibes. They want you to go sit at a table
Alone.
with other friends and people.
Okay.
And
Was it difficult to get around? Like, because I assume a lot of the stuff-
I figured out the subway system on their app very, very well.
do they? It's like an
nice.
English app that.
Yes.
Okay.
You just have to. It's the same thing if like you get to New York and like if you type it in and you read how the subway system works,
Okay.
you can figure it out. But if you don't, I don't know. If you don't have the patience to read it,
Was there any like nightmare? Oh my god, I can't believe this, or like this is fucked. Like terrible things that happened.
Any night you just needed Domino's.
no, I never really was craving the American food. Though I did really want to try like McDonald's once just to see
Oh,
if there
of
was a crazy
course.
thing. I did have Shake Shack at the airport on our way back because they had a Mexican burger that they don't have in the U.S. because the U.S. just added the Korean burger.
What is the Mexican
Little
burger?
cultural
Spicy
exchange.
Mexican burger, and it has like pepper jack cheese and like jalapeno and this like kind of
that's a lot.
spicier mayo, I
Was it
guess,
good?
on it. Oh, it was delicious.
Wow.
Before a flight, I'd be like shitting my pants.
Just
Yeah, 100%.
just nightmare things. It was just annoying things where we really wanted to go to a baseball game, and like I was reading on Reddit that you just go up to the stadium and buy tickets. And you know how much professional baseball tickets are out there?
No.
Like $10.
yeah. Did you go when you went to Japan?
No, I never did it.
I wanted to ask you because you were posting this morning. You've been to like an American baseball game, right?
Yeah.
They are so much more fun.
Yes, they have full on like cheerleaders there.
The
Cool.
crowd is singing the whole entire time.
They have their own songs for like each team. Which
it was
that's so
crazy.
fun.
and I know we have like kind of our own rah-rah cheers that
We got the
fans
waves.
say, but they have
No, it's so different.
these own custom songs that
Yes.
you learn to that are like the harmonies of American songs, but they cater it
Yes.
to their
Oh,
team.
it's so cute.
And
We loved it. That was like one of our favorite things we did when we went to
I wish
Tokyo.
I planned it a little bit better because like last minute, the nightmare situation was that we thought we could just walk up and buy the tickets, and we get there and we learned that basically the game that was happening was like, it would be like the LA Lakers and the LA Clippers were playing. Both of like
Two
the
local
teams that
teams.
play at their own home stadiums
Oh,
were playing at the
interesting.
same time. And we were like, shit. And I was trying to find the scalpers, and there's nobody like scalping tickets out
Because
there.
they're just all good people.
Yes.
There's no crime at all.
And it was frustrating because we bought the jerseys for like the team, and we kept thinking it was going to
wow.
happen, and then it didn't.
Well, how did you get in?
So then we came back the next day and got
Okay,
tickets,
okay.
and I had a friend who was Korean who went and bought us the tickets.
Aw,
So
That's so
nice.
nice.
those were the only like oh shit moments.
Good. I'm glad you got to
Yeah.
go. That
Yeah,
was like
it was
truly one of
fun.
my favorite
It was
things I
fun.
did in Asia.
Yeah, I will definitely be going back for sure.
Did you see North Korea?
Yeah, that's
Did you go to
Did you
North
do
Korea?
a little tippy toe touch?
I've been.
Oh my god.
dip your
bet.
toes into a fascist theocracy.
It's like I've been on the fence about like sharing like the pictures from it because I just don't know like.
I don't know if you need
Why?
to, because I think it's a little bit maybe.
I don't think people are going to be like, Matt supports North Korea.
No, I think
you
though,
don't know these days.
When we were there, like seeing it, we were like, "Oh, should we take a picture?" Like, we're taking pictures, obviously, of the border, but like, you see people who are like smiling, and North Korea's in the background. Like, is this something we should be smiling at? There's people
Yeah.
over there who are being held against their will.
It's like smiling outside
Oh my
of
God.
Auschwitz. Like, you know,
Yes, it's not a
don't-
thing like you smile and pose at,
Right,
but it is
right.
cool to marvel. So yeah, we bought tickets to go to the demilitarized zone, which is basically, I think it's all along the border of South and North Korea, like which is 160 miles long. But they have basically this 3-mile long width area that's like chained off like a border where they've made just like this peace treaty behind it, and you can't cross it. But we got to go on this tour, and they had to take us through checkpoints, and at
whole
first it was
time were
this
you
is
kinda
fun,
like,
and
"Ugh."
then as
I would
as
be.
you realize it starts getting closer and closer to what you're going to, and you're going, you know how they set up like barracks between like really intense military borders,
Like
so
in
like
Children
you
of
can't
Men or something?
You can't drive straight, you have to drive
Yeah.
through
Oh.
a zigzag, because
Yeah.
if something happens, they don't want the
A bum
opposing
rush.
side to be able to easily maneuver into there. Once we started going through those, you're like, holy shit.
Like real
There
life.
was no
you're
turning
like,
back.
we've been taken.
Yeah, there's no turning back.
And like the troops get on board, and they have to go and like get your
Passport?
passports, just verify you, everybody who's accounted for, that you
Were there a lot of people with you?
yeah, it was like a full bus.
Okay.
And we had an English speaker.
Okay.
But everyone on the bus spoke English. But I felt like Patricia and I were kind of the only Americans. I think most people were from the UK or
Okay. Other countries.
yeah. And we get all the way up there. We get to go to this vantage point and just see it all laid out, and getting to look through the
Binoculars?
viewfinders.
Yeah.
And seeing people in North Korea.
You can see people.
Yes, the village that you're looking at too, it almost looks like it's this big town. The woman told us that like a lot of this is fake. Nobody lives in these things, but there are a few people that do live out there. And just looking through them and like seeing them on their bicycles. And
They
just
do a lot of that
walking
for
around.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like when they send like reporters for Vice or something, they'll go into a supermarket and they'll show a supermarket that there's like they hire actors to walk around the supermarket to make it look like people have supermarket access. It's the whole country is just like a full theater.
Felt like the Truman Show,
Yes,
where you felt like
yes.
they were almost kind of on repeat, because like I would look and I would see these
Yeah.
people like walking, and then I would
That
go
is
look at
so
other
weird.
stuff at the exhibit. Then I go through the viewfinder again, and I would see them, and they'd be walking like in
Well,
the
I
same
would like to
spot.
see the photos.
Yeah, I want to see him after.
And it was wild. They had almost like a digital viewfinder that was more intense, and so she could pull them up on the screen and zoom in, and you could see them like kind of clear
Whoa.
of them going about.
That's
their
really
days.
that is quite a wild experience to
So,
see.
I mean, the only way North
Yeah, and
Korea
you're
would
not
allow
going to
that.
let him share it with the world.
I don't think you want to post on Instagram.
He's not going to be like, great time in NK.
Yeah, like,
Well, it was pretty. It was very, very wild, and we got to go through. We got to go down into these tunnels that they found.
my
So
God.
basically, South Korea has discovered these tunnels that North Korea has built in to try to invade into South Korea. They have discovered, to this day, they've discovered about 4 massive tunnels, but they still think that there are many more that haven't been discovered. We couldn't even take photos of this, but we had to go, it was like 500 meters deep into the ground. And like this ceiling is like only 5 feet high. So I had to hunch down. We had hard hats and it was the most claustrophobic.
Dude,
I don't think I could ever do
Oh
that.
my God.
this sounds like a nightmare.
It was
Did you like sneaky try to film?
no, not.
Were they like, do not film?
There were certain things that go, you cannot take photos of this, you cannot take photos of that. Like any of the government buildings and military bases that they had near the border, we couldn't take photos of.
That is
Dang.
so scary.
Yeah.
How long was that experience?
We were gone from about 8 a.m. till 3 p.m.
oh my
Because
God.
it's an hour to get out
3
there.
days.
I had
Yeah.
anxiety like just listening to that. Like
Yeah.
I know I'm safe in this room right now, but I feel like I'm like trapped in North
I
Korea
did
right now.
feel, though, very, very safe and taken care of with the
With the group that you
Guides
went
and
with.
stuff.
Yeah.
that you're with. It's just watching the main area where this military presence is and knowing that one day if there ever is a resurrection or knowing where all of that is and
right
where it's going
there.
to be played out, it's almost just like this big
Feel like you're in a
battle side.
movie
It's
It's like a
almost.
stage waiting for the play to start.
yes, that's how it felt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
I don't
that's-
want to spend too much time talking about it. But
Well, you were missed yesterday. We did film an episode without you.
who'd you film with, Joe?
He could not actually make it, which was not ideal.
yeah.
But Carly and Aaron actually found someone else to film with.
Who was it?
I will let Aaron see if you can figure out who it was.
Okay, this sounds like, is it someone that I'm going to be geeking out about? Or wait, are they famous?
Let
I'll,
Aaron
I'll
see.
do
Let's see if
our
you can
little
guess.
spiel. I'll give you some clues.
Are they?
Nope.
No,
I'm
let her
going to
give
give
you
you
the
some
clues.
clues.
My bad.
She will
Calm down.
give you
My
the
bad.
clues.
Okay, so this person is in the podcasting space.
Okay.
First clue.
Any ideas?
Are they a male or female? Oh,
Can't say it.
I am
broad.
giving the clues. The second
Could be anyone, really.
is this person is a board certified physician.
okay.
This person is also a comedian.
Wait.
And this person, for some really weird reason, his arms are always like extremely tired.
You guys did not record with. Shut the fuck up.
Matt, it was incredible.
We surprised him.
They surprised me with Rick Glassman yesterday. We did 90 minutes with
Then
him.
he'll probably go on Hoot and a Half.
Yeah.
Matt, it was
And
incredible.
he's like, "Wait, are you okay?" Wait, this isn't Mike's reaction too. He like
you
almost
guys were
cried.
both silent. Mike started crying.
we did 90 minutes with him.
Wait, are you okay?
He sat exactly where you were sitting.
Wait, I'm concerned. Are you okay?
I mean,
Well,
I'm a little upset. Like I wasn't here for it.
Well, it only happened because you weren't here.
Yeah.
You know who's I was listening to Rick Glassman like on my way here.
Good. Well, now I feel like we have an in.
yeah, we have it in now.
God, but I wasn't like here for it.
Matt, the thing is, we would
We
do the
wouldn't
same
have
for you.
done it.
We would have.
Yeah.
It's just you were gone.
Can
And,
he come back?
Yeah.
yes,
he,
of
he
course.
was super nice.
He felt
and,
really like, yeah.
and I do think he would come on Hoot and a Half.
And
for sure.
we were also like, I really hope Matt doesn't get mad at us because we were literally just doing it. I honestly didn't know who was a bigger fan.
Yeah.
I had
We
no
just
idea.
know because you guys
I
talk
thought
about
you guys
it
just liked
here.
him. I had
Matt,
no
it was
idea.
fucking insane. They blindfolded me, and she goes, for some reason, his arms were always tired. And I go, no fucking way. And I lifted it up, and he was sitting right fucking there. And it was
And you
amazing.
cried.
I cried. I had to like get myself together.
That or Pete Holmes though is
It was awesome.
This doesn't like feel real. That
I
we're talking
know.
about this.
I know. I literally.
I'm having a really tough time. Like, I'm so happy for the viewers of this podcast. Everybody, like, that's going to be a fantastic episode. I'm upset.
I don't even think we did it because it was like, haha, Matt's gone and we got Rick.
No.
I like truly did not know you were that big of a fan.
Yeah,
I thought like
massive.
he was a bigger fan.
We thought you guys were the same. And so it would be like if Mike was gone, we would have done the exact
Yeah.
same thing. for you.
So maybe
also,
Mike
we
will
did
leave
not
next week.
even know that he would respond to us.
No, we like out of
We
the
were,
blue.
like,
We were
shot
just
in
like
the dark
DMing
here.
random people, and she was like, "Well, they bring up
Like
Rick Glassman."
Like the night before?
No,
Oh,
like
no,
weeks before.
I DM'd him like when we figured out you weren't going to be here for the episode, so we were like, well, let's find someone. And so
They
we
named like Brian Cranston.
yeah, we had the joke. I was like, Brian
Yeah, we were like,
Cranston,
none of these people are going to
Aaron
respond.
Paul.
And he responded. He was like, yeah, let's do it.
And we were like, no
They were telling me this
way.
whole story about Joe. I was like, I didn't even dress up.
Yeah,
I was
we, like,
like,
thought Joe
I
was
was thinking
coming.
about bits for Joe. And like,
I
they
feel
wanted
so-
me to move the podcast episode. I was like, I'm not moving it for Joe. Like, fuck that. And then we moved
Oh,
it.
yeah, we
because
had to move the
they had
podcast a
whole
couple
story
times.
because
Whole
like,
thing.
dude, it was Matt.
I'm
so
trying to
sorry.
get out
I'm
of like
so
my.
sorry. I know.
That is awesome. That is really cool. Oh, and you guys, it was a good pod too.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, good laughs. Man, that's awesome. I am like, yo, that's like I listen to his podcast every day.
Do you want him on Hoot
To
and a
be
Half?
fair, we didn't
Yes,
know that.
I do want him on Hoot and a Half. I think, and then knowing that that's possible, yes, I'm excited
Okay.
about that.
We could
this
for
whole
sure
group
do it.
dynamic, though, knowing that it happened without me, crush.
I'm so sorry.
Crush.
I know.
It's okay.
That right when you showed that picture, I was like,
I know.
People are gonna be like, they're so mean to Matt. I'm so
No, it
No,
wasn't
it's
a
not.
thing
It's-
against Matt. And like,
I know, I just
we
feel
didn't
bad.
know. Like, you guys, the only reason we know you listen to him is because you talk about him on here and it's equal. Like,
yeah, I didn't know.
literally
It was
no
like-
idea.
Isn't that insane?
that's really cool.
Also,
That's
fun
really
fact,
cool.
fun fact, Rick is the one who was like, can we take a picture?
Yeah, I didn't even want to ask him for a picture, and he got up. He's like, "Hey, let's do a picture, guys." And then he
What'd
took.
you guys talk about? Do you guys have an awesome time?
talked
you guys just soak up in each other's awesomeness?
We talked a lot about
Yeah.
Erin getting her finger up her butt from her doctor.
She had to get
Oh.
a finger up her butt yesterday at the doctor.
And then Mike asked him, he was like, what are you struggling with? They talked a lot about Judaism
Oh yeah, I asked
stuff.
him about being Jewish. We got one. I said something about misconstrued, and he goes, "It's Mr. Construed." And I go, "Oh, that was my high school science teacher." And they were like, "Huh?"
I was like,
and then he
"You're gonna
winked
be
at
so
me,
mad
and then
if
we
you
just
watch
kept
it."
going. It was,
Yeah.
dude. It was
Yeah, we were like, oh, cool.
That is great. I don't know if I can watch this.
no, you have
episode.
to watch it. You have to watch
You'll
it.
probably be upset. Not, I mean, because of obvious
He got
reasons. but
so
also-
many of his like classics, like, and we'll be right back. Like he winked at me like 3 times. It was.
Every time he winked, I laughed.
We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor, GhostBed. Here at Good Influences, we love talking about the people that we adore. And when it comes to getting great sleep, we really love the folks at GhostBed. As a family-owned company with over 20 years of experience, GhostBed knows a thing or two about crafting the perfect mattress. They use only the most durable, supportive, and long-lasting materials, so you can trust that your bed will provide you with years of excellent sleep. What sets GhostBed apart is their signature and patented cooling technology. Say goodbye to those restless, sweaty nights. Every mattress keeps you cool and comfortable so you can sleep like a dream. When you purchase a GhostBed mattress, your comfort is guaranteed. With their 101-night sleep trial, you can try it out risk-free and experience the difference yourself. Plus, they offer free shipping and most items ship within 24 hours. Visit ghostbed.com/good to save 50% off site-wide. GhostBed offers high-quality mattresses at a fantastic price. Their #1 seller is the GhostBed Luxe, designed with premium memory foam and cutting-edge cooling technology that reacts and adjusts to your body heat as you sleep. Or if you prefer more of a hybrid feel with both foam and coils, check out the GhostBed Flex Hybrid for the perfect blend of comfort and support. And if you ever need assistance along the way, GhostBed has a team of dedicated sleep experts ready to help you find the perfect mattress. They'll guide you through the options and ensure you're making the best choice for your needs. If you're ready for a more comfortable night of sleep, visit ghostbed.com/good. And because we're all about sharing the love here on Good Influences, use the code GOOD, GOOD, to save 50% off your purchase site-wide. That's right, 50%. Visit ghostbed.com/good. Use the code GOOD to save 50%. Check it out. And now back to the episode.
It was insane. It was truly. It was like I felt like I want to make a wish, and I'm like sitting here with Carly and Aaron, who were hilarious and great, and like. And then it was just Rick Glassman, and it was just.
We kind of let Mike just like have the floor
Yeah.
It was
because
insane.
he's like, I want to ask you questions.
I did. I had the exact same reaction. I had tears coming up, and then I had to suppress them because I'm like, I just have to get
Yeah.
through this.
No,
now.
I genuinely thought he was going to walk off. I kind of panicked for a
I
second
did
because
too.
he went dead silent and then did exactly what you did. And I was like, he's going to leave.
When she said the arm's tired, he was like, "No way!" Like pulled
he
up.
was like, no fucking way.
And he was just sitting there, just like.
When you said board certified physician, though, I was thinking of who's the host of The Masked Singer? What's his name?
Ken Jeong.
Ken
Yeah.
Jeong. And I was like, oh, Ken Jeong in here? Like, what?
Honestly, that would be so fun.
That would be iconic.
I could do the same bit.
I did ask him if he had his appendix.
Oh,
because of the curse. He said that none of his
But he
business.
gets stomach aches a lot.
No, he
Or-
said
It's none of his
he doesn't want to talk
business.
about anything personal on the podcast.
But then told us a lot of personal things.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Yeah, and then at one point he's like, all right, I think we found the pocket, when we were like really vibing, which was nice.
Yeah, I think at first it was like, I mean,
Confusing.
I was freaking out even when he got here and I had to surprising people is so stressful.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't
Yeah.
nervous about him. I was like, I do not know how Mike is going to react. And like so many like little things were going wrong. And so then I was panicking about that. But then I finally like went to get him and then we came in and then I had to do that whole bit with Mike. And I was like,
She
oh
did
my
the
God.
exact same line of questions.
But I was
he's
so
a podcaster, a doctor,
nervous.
and then boy,
Yeah.
my arm's tired. And
So I think like the probably like first like 10, 15 minutes was like all of us kind of just like coming
Like, just-
down.
yes, yeah, there was a
From-
lot of tense energy, but
See, I don't even know if I would have actually liked to have been surprised with
Oh,
him.
really?
I
I
would
feel
have
like-
just like to know we have booked him on and coming in.
Yeah.
Prepared.
And I say that after like when I got surprised with Pete Holmes on Jason's podcast. I was so thrilled, but your adrenaline
Yes.
peaks
it was insane.
and your mind almost goes blank because
Yeah.
I would have loved to have asked him all these things and marinate on it before meeting him, but just being thrown into the spot,
We can do that
I would have
when we have him on Hoot and a
froze
Half.
up.
We'll have some more time
Okay.
for it.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
So now we
yes.
know.
That's
Love
really
you.
cool.
I love you
guys.
so much, Matt.
When does this episode come out?
Well, it would have been the
Wow.
week before this one.
I think
Okay.
like July 9th.
On my birthday.
His birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Matt!
episode.
Well,
Wow.
if we weren't recording today, we were like, we just post the episode and never say
And never tell
anything.
you. Yeah, just let it go live. And
But then I was like, no, we need to tell. It was so perfect that we recorded yesterday. We
Yeah.
recorded at like 5 p.m. And
we
then,
recorded like 18, not even 12 hours ago.
and then
Like,
we're back
we
here this
just
morning.
did
I was
it.
like, we have to tell him like on camera to like, yeah.
He could not have been nicer, too. Just like,
I know I DM'd him today. I was like, you were so nice and funny. And Mike hasn't stopped talking about it. Thank you so much.
yeah. And then afterwards, we also did like a bit about like when you say goodbye to someone and then you walk the same way. He's like, I don't care. I'm not awkward about it at all. And then we walked outside and he goes, should we say goodbye before we all walk the same way? he's just so who we want him to be.
Yeah.
That was such like a baby
I
reaction.
know. And like Rick wasn't the one who delivered it either.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
Matt,
really,
You're drinking angrily. I
it's possible.
just hate that I'm causing this within you.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I'm slowly
Okay.
now learning to accept it. The
I-
picture really, because at first I thought you were joking, and then when you showed me that picture,
the proof, the receipts,
it made
timeline.
it all real.
It was crazy because on Monday we recorded our podcast and we posted on Patreon on Monday, and we were talking about. We didn't say it, but we're like, we do have like a special surprise for Good Influences, but like we're not going to say like much. Hopefully, I don't think Matt will be mad, like something. And someone commented and they're like, if it's Rick Glassman, Matt's
Yeah.
going to be pissed. I was like,
damn,
no.
and they sure are.
I don't know
mean,
how they knew.
I'm not pissed.
I know.
The way I look at it is like, I think this is the best way possible that it could have happened because now it's like, we know him. He knows
He's our
who
best
you are.
friend.
Yeah. And
And-
well, Mike had mentioned that you were like, you had told Mike or you had told Matt to DM him.
Yes.
And
you
you
were
were
like,
like,
oh,
no,
I don't
no,
even
no,
think
no,
he
no.
would like know who we are or want to be with us. Like we're not in the same world, but
So now he knows.
yeah.
You know? Does he follow you? Don't you know
No.
him?
He follows Jason and Jeff and like a few other friends.
Claudia Oshry.
But
Okay.
I knew him from Vine.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Let's move on. Let's talk about something. Anything else awesome happened while I was away that you guys would love?
I
to
don't
fill
know
me
if
in
we
on?
should tell him the second part.
Something else? What? What?
What's the second part?
I was trying to think of something like crazy.
Yeah, you give Lord. You show me another picture.
We actually started a podcast with Rick. Yeah. Me, Mike, and Carly are actually going on his podcast next week.
Yeah, we just know you have so many. You probably couldn't do it with him.
There
so.
was a point early on where I thought he was going to be like, I'm firing my publicist. Like I should not be here right now. Because it was just like,
Oh, because you didn't know how he got
yeah.
on.
And it was just like,
No, he definitely probably, like, people were like, what'd you do today? And he probably was like, I don't know. I did some fucking dumbass podcast.
No, he liked us.
No, it was only in the first few minutes when I was like almost crying, and he's like, "What am I doing here?"
I forgot what was he doing or saying during that.
He was just kind of looking at me like
He was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it was similar to like Pete Holmes, where like he was
Yeah.
kind of like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
because I don't think that they're used to super fans like freaking
Yeah.
out in front of them.
But I did tell him,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we were surprising someone. But I don't, maybe he didn't realize how deeply he meant to you.
Yeah, it was.
That's Matt's like, mhm.
I also did like there was a sense of guilt of like I can't believe Matt's not here for this, but at the
Yeah.
same time it's like I'm gonna do the best thing I can do to set him up to be in our world, so that way we can get him
Yep.
on Hoot and a Half and do it the right way.
Went to the Comedy Store last night. Speaking of comedy.
How was that?
It was Rick Glassman.
Rick Glassman invited me. No, I'm kidding. He wasn't there. It was great. You'll probably like this. I don't know if you listened to him, but Bill Burr was like a complete surprise.
Whoa!
At the very end.
Are you kidding me?
Billy Burr?
Oh my, he's my.
It was an amazing live. So my friend Annie, she has a podcast called Annie Would, and so she throws this like comedy show every month, and she invites people that she really likes and stuff. And so it was David Spade, it was John Mulaney.
No, oh yeah, you said it like that.
Yeah, John Mulaney, and I forget her name, but she was like the aunt on Sabrina. She's an actress. She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's hilarious. Yeah.
Hilarious.
What's her name?
I think his name is Ian Edwards. I think he's like very funny, and
Bill
it was
Burr.
and Bill Burr came out at the end like as a surprise. He just like dropped by.
Was he funny?
Hilarious. He performed for probably like 30 minutes.
Oh my
Wow.
fucking god!
How late did you stay?
I feel like it ended at like 10 something. Started at like 8. Yeah, there weren't like a ton of.
Can I
acts,
come
but-
with you next time?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. It was so nice. She like messaged me. She's like, oh, I'll give you +1s and stuff. And I was like, what?
Oh yeah.
Did you meet John Mulaney?
No, she actually, Jason was there too, by the way. Jason and Naveen were there. I saw them like
really?
go to the bathroom. Yeah. And then after I texted and he already left. But no, she like came out to the crowd because I think she invited like so many of her friends. She
Okay,
was, like, saying
okay.
hi. But I know, I was like, what if I meet John Mulaney? Because last time I did get to meet like.
It's not Mulaney.
I know, that's how I say it.
She was saying it on the way here. I was like, you say it so funny.
It's not a cow.
I know. John Mulaney.
Mulaney. Yeah.
That sounds wrong.
Mulaney.
'Cause I've said it like that my whole
Mulaney. It's an
life.
Irish.
Mulaney.
Like, well,
Mulaney.
Yeah, you're being offensive to my heritage.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Aaron. But yeah, last time I got to meet like Tim Dillon and Dimitri Martin. Did I tell you that?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's a good hookup she has for the Comedy Store.
Yeah, it was really crazy going backstage there because she like brought us back and like gave us a little tour.
The green room?
Yes, we got a tour of like the whole back. There was like a bar back. There's a couple bars back there, and I was just like, this is historic. Like the Comedy Store is so historic. Literally, when you walk in, it's just lined with photos of all these amazing comedians that started there, like Rosie O'Donnell, like David Letterman, and Jerry Seinfeld, and everything. And it's just
Rodney
Going
Dangerfield,
backstage
Johnny
places,
Carson.
going backstage places is so cool.
It's
that have
so
like
crazy.
historic
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I know.
meaning. I did that when I went to New York when we went to the Fall Out Boy show. I got to do that at MSG, and I
Oh,
was just like,
cool.
You
this
went
is
to the green room at MSG?
yeah.
Aaron, that's crazy.
No, but it's like the same. Like the walls are just like lockers, but then there are like photos of people with like all the stories, and it's old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like from the 70s,
It
like
was
Bruce Springsteen.
so
and-
old, but I was like, this is so cool. And TJ's like, okay. And I was like, no, like what? This is cool.
Yeah.
Damn. Like sitting in the same chair that, I don't know, Stevie Wonder and
Yeah.
Prince.
Some people
and,
would perform there.
Yeah,
Comedians.
maybe.
You know that the house behind the Comedy Store just went up for sale, but it's like it's has a lot of history to it because there used to be a tunnel that went
No
from
way.
under the Comedy
Was it like
So
Mitzi
Store.
comics
Shore's
could get
house?
out.
Yeah, it was a way for comics to get out. Big comics when they would come to town would stay at this one, and it goes back to even like the Marilyn Monroe days about how
Whoa.
there's this house with this tunnel that goes between the Comedy Store.
Is it Mitzi
Cool.
Shore's house?
No, I don't think so, but
Oh.
it was for sale recently.
Whoa.
And a
I
lot of
wonder how
people-
much.
I buy
I
it
think
and
the
like crawl.
tunnels-
Did they,
Crawl to
wait,
the
did
tunnel
they
to the
have
Comedy
Jerry
Store.
Seinfeld's photo?
It's in there somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, because I think there's a story that like he
Him
tried
and
to-
Mitzi Shore like hated each other.
Yeah,
though.
he tried to perform there, and like Mitzi Shore always thought, like, who's the owner of the Comedy Store, thought
Holly
that,
Shore's mom.
yes, thought that comedians need to be like wounded and
Yeah.
like angry, and Jerry Seinfeld was just this like
They
super.
had like beef.
Yeah, well, he was.
Is it this one?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even that expensive.
Can you buy it, Aaron, so I can crawl through?
Well, I couldn't buy it. It's actually gorgeous.
It is.
It's 3.2.
Just
But
buy
like
it.
for
And
the
then
location,
I'll like
and it's
dazzle the tunnel.
enormous.
But Jerry Seinfeld was like too clean and like too well adjusted. And she was like, you're too good at this and you're doing too well. Someone needs to knock you down a few like steps so you actually get hungry and angry and work really hard. And I'm going to be the person to step on you. And he was like, what the fuck? Okay.
Okay,
And
maybe
he
I'm
just-
lying. Maybe his picture isn't in
He
there.
never got to perform at the Comedy Store until he like made it over the the Seinfeld show. And then he said he would get into his Porsche and drive by her house every morning and just wave to her in his like Porsche going to the show because he's like, fuck you, I made it anyway.
It was Mitzi Shore.
It was her house.
And this is
Oh.
me finding out Polly Shore is a Nepo baby.
Oh, yeah.
a comedy Nepo
That
baby.
makes so much sense.
It was
Yes.
actually, I remember I was at the Comedy Store right after Mitzi Shore died, and Pauly was like one of the performers, and he goes, well, I guess the place is mine now. Like that's how he started his set. It was like very
That
funny.
is very
I
funny.
see Pauly Shore like at the gym every time I'm there.
Really?
He's just around.
He was at emo night and
All
was
the
like
time.
going crazy. It was very funny.
He
I remember
is such a
It was
character.
Nolan's first time going to emo night, and we were like walking out of the venue to go outside, and Pauly Shore comes up to us and he goes, "Hey man," like to Nolan, who like has no idea what's going on. He's like, "Can you get me back there?" And Nolan's like, "Oh, hello, Pauly Shore." Like, I have no idea
he's
what's going on.
An interesting man.
I
Yeah,
saw
such
that-
that she bought it when she bought the Comedy Store.
That's so cool. Made a tunnel.
Isn't there? Is
I
there
haven't
a thing
got
about
to
a
that
tunnel?
yet.
I swear I saw that.
I saw the JoJo Siwa car on the highway the other day. Do you know about
it
this?
was her driving, probably the Lamborghini Urus she has with all of her.
I thought it was a promo,
Come
and then
as
I
a
asked Carly and
bitch.
Aaron, and they were like, no, that's her car. She drives it.
Hey, she's been driving that for years.
Yeah.
Who?
JoJo Siwa.
Oh,
Ever heard of her?
yeah.
And then
It
go
says
ahead.
Mark Maron described his time at that house as a big dark baptism.
Interesting.
And Polly Shore got rid of it in the 90s.
Huh.
Pauly Shore's supposed to be playing Richard Simmons like in a new biopic, but I've
Oh.
also heard that
That makes sense.
Well, they look like identical.
No,
Yeah.
100%. But I'm just like, he's so weird.
Yeah.
Matt and I are
Simmons?
going to see
No,
after this.
Polly.
We're going to watch the Jeopardy's Masters tournament filming today.
Oh, I thought you guys were in it.
No.
I don't know what,
What
the fuck
even
that
is that?
The Masters are all the people that have had like large winning streaks throughout like the normal season, and they move on to the championship.
It's like the best of the best Jeopardy players.
Well, I don't want to bring this up again, but isn't Rick Glassman's brother like a Jeopardy champion?
Is he?
I'm pretty sure he said it on a podcast.
Oh,
interesting.
Maybe he's like won before on Jeopardy.
I
I,
think
know
so.
that he is a very, very
Maybe
smart
he'll be
brother.
there.
Can you imagine if
Maybe
he's in
he'll
the
be there.
audience?
You're
I'm
just like,
excited.
you're just pissed off at him.
I'm trying to get that thought
I know,
out of
I'm
my
sorry,
brain,
I'm
guys.
Okay.
But are we seeing just one episode, or are they going to shoot
I
three?
asked him.
3?
Well, because every Jeopardy episode, if you really cut it down to, is probably 20 minutes of footage, right? Because it's a 30-minute segment with
Oh.
all the ad time. So
Yeah, you're probably right.
I saw a couple conflicting things online, so I just emailed the guy, how long is it going to be? He said it will be about 2 hours of filming. But I
Okay.
also read that when they do regular Jeopardy, they film 5 episodes a day. And you're there for like 7 hours, which I
guess
do
that's-
not want to do because but I asked him it's only 2 hours.
Okay.
But I've never been to like a taping of, I know you were on Let's
was
Make a Deal.
on Let's Make a Deal. And
Have
I've
you seen
gone
any
to
other
a-
game show?
I've gone to a taping of Double Dare.
We're Double
went
Dare.
to that, but we were hanging
wasn't
out in the
really a
back.
taping.
Yeah. We just got to do
eating
the course.
concessions
Yeah.
and stuff.
It was fun.
And I've been to a taping of America's Funniest Videos.
Oh, really?
But I
Like
was
in the
catching-
90s?
Oh.
No, it's now
Still
what's
on.
his name?
America's Funniest TikToks.
No, the guy who does the Carlton off of.
We'll be right back after a quick word from today's sponsor, Talkspace. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Talkspace, the leading virtual therapy provider, is encouraging people to talk it out in therapy. Opening up to a therapist might feel uncomfortable, cathartic, exhausting, or exhilarating, but one thing is certain. If you keep talking or texting with a licensed therapist, you'll gain insights and uncover truths that you can only find in therapy. Get those personal breakthroughs and judgment-free support by signing up for Talkspace. Do you think that seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist would be helpful, but you don't have the time to actually find and meet with them, or even afford them? Well, try Talkspace. By doing everything online, Talkspace has made it easy to get the help you want, making it easy, accessible, and affordable. At Talkspace.com, you can sign up online and get a personalized match with a provider that's right for you, typically within 48 hours. It's incredibly convenient to have virtual sessions with your licensed therapist from the comfort of your home. Talkspace lets you send messages to your therapist so you don't have to wait for your next session. Therapy can help you shift your perspective, find tools to cope in difficult times, and be a guiding light. Talkspace can help with any specific challenges you might be facing. It's the #1 online therapy platform with licensed therapists in over 40 specialties, including anxiety, depression, substance abuse, relationship issues, and so much more. So to celebrate May, Mental Health Awareness Month, and the power of talking it out in therapy, Talkspace is offering every listener of this podcast $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80. That's SPACE 80. When you go to Talkspace.com/good. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/good to get $80 off your first month with code SPACE80 and to show your support for the show. That's Talkspace.com/good, code SPACE80. Now, back to the episode.
Interesting. I'm curious to see what it's like to be. I've only been to like late night shows like Letterman, Jon Stewart,
that's so fun.
Conan, like those. But
I heard that going to a taping of Jeopardy is so frustrating because you realize the only time when you watch Jeopardy, you just shout out the answers if you know them. And now we have to be watching it going...
Yeah, they were saying like you can't even whisper. Like you have to be dead silent the whole time because if you whisper, the audience is mic'd up and they can hear it. So if you're like, oh, it's...
Wait, why are they mic'd up?
So you can hear the applause. And like reactions of like people laughing when they interview them, like, so you like dogs? And they're like, I have a puppy. It's like,
I guess
You remember the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire cheater? Do you guys remember that?
someone cheated on Who Wants to Be a
Yes,
Millionaire?
it was somebody who had set up. They had someone with them. I can't remember if they were married or siblings or something.
Oh, right.
And they sat like close to them, like behind them somewhere. And it was something to do with like coughing, if it was wrong or right. So the person that was in the seat would be like, I think it might be A. And the person would be like, and like I think they won a lot of money, but then people found out that it was a...
That's like how the Houston Astros cheated too in baseball, right?
It's an inside joke from yesterday.
I think that's how they had a guy with a garbage can, and they had someone looking at what the plays were that they were going to pitch, and they would hit the garbage can to know like don't swing or swing based on the garbage can. It would just be like a loud sound.
Smart.
I guess none of
Cheating
us know
happens
sports.
a lot in baseball.
I know sports, but I just don't understand what the problem is.
Basically, in baseball,
I literally
no mansplaining.
You don't need to mansplain baseball to me. I probably know more than you.
I need to mansplain it to myself.
Okay.
When the person's pitching, they're looking at the catcher, and the catcher's making the signs.
You know, he's squatting, doing the 1, 2.
I'm just saying, like, that's what happens,
Guys,
right?
I literally...
I'm asking you to confirm that my assumptions are correct. So I
correct.
believe what happened was there's someone behind the pitcher who's with binoculars looking at the signs.
Got it.
And if it's like a don't swing, it'll be like 2 hits on a big garbage can, like someone just brought like something to make noise with.
But how would he know that it's not going to be like a strike?
I don't know. This is the extent of my knowledge. So maybe it's not the way that they cheated. But I think it had something to do with
No, it's just interesting to me.
Yeah. And there's that new guy that's like betting on against himself for like tens of millions of dollars. The new like
Wait, what?
There's like this new baseball player who's like the best to ever do it. He's a pitcher, and he's now been caught gambling to the tune of like tens of millions of dollars.
Wait, I feel like I just saw this on Twitter.
Against himself, like on games. And he's so good that the league is like trying to sweep it under the rug, and he's blaming his translator and saying that, his translator placed the best for him, and he's not actually placing the best. But it's like a bookie's not going to take a $10 million bet from a translator. Like, he's the guy, but baseball, he's like the LeBron James of baseball. So everyone is hyped on him, and MLB is like,
for some reason, I thought when I read about this, I thought it was I didn't know it was the actual baseball player. I thought it was the translator. Like, he was the one that was being... doing
that's
all
what
of that
they're
on
trying to
his
say
own.
now, but like it's coming out that like there's no
Interesting.
way this translator is doing $10 million bets on games that this pitcher is playing in and then losing and like winning bets against himself. It's insane.
Damn.
I think all sports have people cheating on them, and like
sure.
it's all a racket. You can't beat the house, but
Steroids.
I don't
Steroids.
do any of that stuff. You like
Steroids?
betting on like games. It sounds insane.
Dave Portnoy is winning so much money. He bet on, I think it was like women's basketball or something, and won like $3 million.
Jesus.
He bets on everything and like literally always wins.
How do people know how to like...
Every game I've bet on, I've won.
Really?
How many?
2.
Oh, it's a good streak.
How much money?
Like $30.
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah.
Winning
Yeah.
is winning.
Yeah, winning's
Yeah.
winning, but
You're
every
up.
game I've
You're
bet
up.
on, yeah.
That's
But
slay.
I guess I have done like fantasy and I've done March Madness and
okay.
stuff, but
Oh, I feel like March Madness is more of like
it's more of a lottery of
It's a
like if you
league.
get it
Yeah.
right, guessing how it all goes. Do you know that like March Madness though that Warren Buffett will give somebody who has a perfect bracket $1 billion?
no. Is that what it is?
It's
A
$1 billion,
billion?
but nobody has
fuck?
ever gotten a perfect bracket because the odds of it are mathematically nearly impossible.
A perfect bracket, $1 billion.
Yep, he said
I
$1
mean,
billion
I'm
of
going
his.
to try it next year.
Yeah, sure. Try and good luck. Try and get
It's
a-
worth it. It's
Yeah.
GPT.
What the odds?
Yeah, it's better than zero.
I don't
We got
know
AI
though
now,
if
so.
you have to submit to his own bracket entry or what the
Right.
process
$1 billion?
is. But yes, he's
It probably needs to be
has-
verified before the
you
fact.
I
imagine that
wonder
feeling?
how many people submit to his bracket and like obviously they're paying then him.
I don't know.
So he's
I know
making
I've
money?
read that headline. where
He's
Million.
making $1
offered-
billion.
I feel like
$1 billion.
ChatGPT will be able to figure it out within a few years. Like they'll just give you the bracket and that'll be it.
Well, it's all scripted anyway, so
You think so?
College
especially
basketball?
the NFL.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did it, Joe. Or what? Just like we drew it up, Chiefs.
Oh yeah, I'm
Sorry,
trying
Brandon.
to see what Dave Portnoy said. I think it was like a TikTok or something of him being interviewed, and he was like,
$3 million on women's
Yeah.
basketball.
I think it was either women's basketball or something that's happening right
I
now.
bet though, like on horses and like
yeah.
horse races though are the one things where even the odds I feel like never end up being how it is. Like
Yeah.
it's a total gamble on sports bet
Yes.
or on horse races.
It's like playing roulette.
yeah.
Like people who play roulette, I'm just like, how is
I
there any
know.
strategy to this? You're literally throwing
There's
a ball
not.
on a wheel. It's a problem for a lot of people.
Roulette
If you have
Just
any problem,
gambling.
and yeah, I'm not a gambler. Like I'd rather just buy close.
I'm not a risky gambler. I think it's fun to pass time playing
Yeah.
the minimum.
Yeah, I like Wheel of
and
Fortune.
sometimes you'll walk away with a couple $100, or hey, you can even pay for your whole trip when you're gambling in
That's
Vegas,
true.
and that's a good feeling.
Or-
I played blackjack every night on a cruise one time. Paid for my entire trip. Off my
Crazy.
entire
Wow.
winnings. I was up like I don't know, like $2,000.
oh
Damn.
my God.
That's
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was great.
I downloaded a Texas Hold'em game on my phone and I just like play it.
Is that
the Beyonce?
poker?
Yeah, just to get the rush of like winning money because
I've never
Solitaire.
played poker. Well, wait, Texas Hold'em though? Are you doing like poker with the dealer? No, everyone's
Yeah,
still
Texas
playing.
Hold'em,
You're
yeah.
playing against though. It's still everybody, right?
yeah, you play against other people. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing is I don't like playing against other people, especially in Vegas. I'll do poker with my buddies all the
Right,
time.
right.
But in Vegas, like
Yeah.
I don't know you. You might shank me in the parking lot after. Like someone
fair.
wants their money back. Like
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you.
That's one thing my mom would
Oh
say.
my god!
Be
So
careful.
when you're playing blackjack, who are you playing with?
The dealer.
Oh, it's you just do it by yourself.
Yeah, you're just trying to get to. You're playing against
Yeah.
the dealer, and hopefully,
Oh yeah.
you're.
I guess
it's
whenever
the-
I played,
a
it's like
bus.
fun with other people at the
But
table.
you're not. Wait, are you not playing it if there's other people like with like at the table?
Do you
You're
get
not
up and
playing
walk
against them?
away?
No, not really. Some people will be like, "Oh, you kind of messed up the flow. I was getting good cards. Now that you're here, but you're not playing against the other."
No,
players.
I know.
Oh.
But like will you sit at a table with other people who are playing?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But usually, if you're sitting at the table, you should be playing.
No,
Oh,
no, I know. I thought that you just meant like it was a one-on-one with you and the dealer.
you can do that, and I have done that.
Yeah.
It's too stressful. I can't do the math that quickly.
Yeah, those games, like I don't know how to play them, so they just look.
They'll
scary
help
to
you
me.
if you
Yeah.
can't do the math. You'd be like, "Should I hit or should I stay?"
I'm gonna
They'll
trust
tell
the
you
person
book.
who's trying to beat me in the game.
Yes, they have to tell you to play by the book. So they'll tell you it's like you should hit.
Oh, like
or you should
mathematically,
stand.
there's
yeah,
standards.
yes.
That's why I think it's fun with other people sitting at the table because they're like, "Come on, do it."
It is.
Oh, like hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What does double down mean?
Double down is if you have a really good draw that you think that the odds of the next card are going to get you closer to 21, you just double down and you double your money on it. Or you can also split it and do it that way. Like if you have two tens, they say like split. Or if you have like,
Well, how do you know what you have? Isn't one card face down?
it also depends on what the dealer has as well. There's like it's all these kind of odds of betting.
I'll watch a video. I'll watch a video.
I wish I had Patricia's dad here to fully explain it because he understands all that. For me, sometimes I'm
Do a little FaceTime with him.
Okay. Are we at time?
Yeah, it's 10:32.
Okay. Well, That was fun, guys.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys really enjoyed their episode with Rick Glassman. Comment down below other guests that you would like them to record without me with. And,
Don't
we
be
didn't
like that.
We didn't like that you were in here.
Yeah.
No,
It
I
wasn't
would
like, yay,
have
Matt's
preferred
here.
you were here.
just out of
with
all
him.
people.
I know.
I know.
My brain is going to be playing that on repeat all day. It's all good. I
I feel like I need to
guys.
send you like a care package.
I'm not, trust me, I'm not angry. It's just more
know.
like frustrated.
I know I get it. If it's like if it
out
was
of
someone
all
I loved,
people.
I would.
We'll get
probably
him on
go
Hoot and a
mix
Half,
too.
and then all will do well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, we'll see you next week, everybody.
All right,
Love
bye,
you guys.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.